Thank you, Jen. More than 10% of the traveling party with these Texas Democrats now claim to have a breakthrough case. Is there any concern that this trip that was intended to advocate for voting rights is now a super spreader event in Washington?
Well, I would say that's not a characterization we're making from here. We certainly understand there will be breakthrough cases. Even vaccines that are incredibly effective are not foolproof. They're not 100% effective. We've seen that. Here's the good news, though. We know that these vaccines, that these individuals, I think, if I'm correct, have been vaccinated. It means that it protects from death. It protects from serious illness. It protects, for the most part, from hospitalization. So that is a good sign.
Now that COVID-19, after contact with those Democrats, has reached the White House, what is your message to these Texas Democrats?
Our message continues to be thanks for standing up for voting rights and the rights of Americans to have their voices heard at the voting booth, and we appreciate their efforts in that regard.
And certain places are bringing mask mandates back now, including for vaccinated people. What does President Biden think about that?
Well, Peter, we know that some employers, hospitals, health systems, colleges, and universities, which we've seen put in place mask mandates, some large and small employers have chosen to take this step. That's entirely appropriate. That's their decision to make. That's not an initiative we're instituting from the federal government, but we know that companies, private sector employees, health institutions, educational institutions will take steps in order to keep the people in their communities safe.
6 months ago, the president asked Americans to wear masks for 100 days. As the Delta variant spreads, is there a possibility that he's going to make a similar ask down the line?
Well, nothing has changed with the guidance that we are providing to the American public. If you are vaccinated, you do not need to wear a mask. If you are not vaccinated, the public health officials from the federal government recommend you wear a mask. Anything we would determine would be guided by our health and medical experts. Go ahead.